Hi, I'm Shireen. Today I'm going to share with you my review on Biology by Martin Lindstorm. Let me ask you a simple question. How rational was your decision-making process? Our purchasing decisions often are not based on a rational comparison of a product pros and cons, but rather a gut-level decision we can't quite explain. So what exactly motivates us to buy? Basically, there are 8 secrets shared by Martin Lindstorm on why exactly people buy a product, and allow me to elaborate further. Mirror neurons influence our buying decisions. Mirror neurons are equally stimulated whether we are performing an action ourselves or merely watching someone else doing it. And this is because our mirror neurons respond to targeted gestures. The attractive models on Abercrombie and Fitch bag, for instance, trigger our mirror neuron with the promise of a perfect body. Next, somatic markers affect the way we perceive the products. Studies have shown that more than 50% of our purchasing decisions are based on spontaneous or unconscious reaction, and this is because our brain have already created our own decision-making map with the somatic markers. Simple example is the Andrex over Kleenex toilet paper study. As the Andrex use cute puppies as their mascot to make us recall of our childhood memories, it strengthened the brand with these conceptual links. And the somatic markers cause us to prefer certain brands over the others. The third point is fear self. When we are stressed or afraid, we seek solid foundation and pleasant experiences, sometimes in the form of purchases, which enables the dopamine to rush into our system. And the dopamine, in turn, causes us to want to shop more. Looking at the Johnson & Johnson No More Tears baby shampoo, for instance, Johnson & Johnson has successfully used fear-based somatic markers to push up their sales on this product. Next is the subliminal messaging. The subliminal messaging has been banned since 1957, ever since it first broadcast. If subliminal messaging includes anything that subconsciously entices us to buy a product, then it is still very much present in modern marketing. So, does this really work? The answer is yes. Studies have shown that people are willing to pay more based on what they have visualized. Simple example, seeing a smile from a cashier may excite you to come back for more, and this will have remarkable impact on their sales. And do you know that approximately 15 billion cigarettes are sold each day throughout the world? And how they say about the health warning disclaimer on its packaging? Warning labels on cigarettes have zero effect on subduing smokers' craving. It actually stimulates the brain craving spot. So rather than discouraging the habit, cigarette health disclaimer actually promoting it more. Another interesting point highlighted by Lindstorm is that brands associated with religious rituals are stickier than other brands, as it helps us to form an emotional connection to the brand. Just like religion, it creates an us versus them mentality to ensure brand loyalty. Some famous brands also use iconography in the form of logos similar to those found in religions. The Oreo cookie, for instance, has successfully demonstrated ritual ways of eating cookies, and thus, Oreo itself has become as much a ritual as it is a cookie. Have you ever wondered that sexual references in advertising really works? Perhaps not in the way we think we do. Sexual content in advertising effectively blind viewers to actual products. And in one study conducted by Media Analyzer Software and Research, results have shown that the sexual content garnered most of the attention, but it came at a price where viewers actually ignored brand names and logos appeared in the commercial. And just like the vampire effect, these racy images were sucking attention away from the actual advertisement. And some sexual content is indeed a good marketing, but mostly for its shock value and surrounding controversy. Even here, it's not the sex itself that sells, but rather the controversy surrounding it. The last point is that neuromarketing is the new way in conducting effective market research. Where neuromarketing helps companies to forecast the success of the product, it also enables companies to discover their customer true motivation and thus adapt their products and marketing techniques accordingly. This can be seen in a simple wine test, where the volunteers were asked to rate their enjoyment of various wines with expensive and cheap label on it. According to the brain scan, brain activity flare up in the part of the brain in which pleasure is perceived, especially when participants were presented with the expensive wines. This suggests that a higher price can actually increase our enjoyment of a product even when everything else about it remains the same. So, if you want to sell more wine, it may actually be worth it to up the price. After reading Martin Lindstrom, in summary, I understand the underlying reason of whether subliminal advertising really works, why sex doesn't sell, what Oreos and the Catholic Church have in common, and why there are simply no way of grossing out smokers enough into kicking their habits. We are often totally unable to accurately judge our purchasing decisions, as most of these decisions happen unconsciously. In order to better understand consumers, marketers will need to look directly into the brain itself by employing neuromarketing research techniques. And that's all from me. I hope that I have shared valuable insight on how neuromarketing can help to ensure a product success. Thank you.